off the air, which
Yeah.
I'll let you know about later on. But he is around.
Okay, he's around. Maybe he's probably in the kitchen getting something to eat
And
or something.
in case anybody wonders who I am,
Yes.
you might.
Well, I'm going to get to that.
Okay.
It's just in time. I've got to get my first witty banter stuff in, so I've got to start off with that. I'm going to tell you this before I even begin. All right. Two things. One is everyone wants to know how the vote came out on the city facilities. A subject that we have to say we have not covered this issue at all on this radio station would be accurate.
Well, you don't want to get people bored with the
with the issue, but I don't think anyhow. Anyway, the no's were 284 and the yeses were 131. So it would appear to me, and I'm not a math whiz, that there were more no's than there were yeses.
Almost 2 to 1.
But
Yes,
are
yes.
you telling them what you're even talking about?
I just did. So yeah. So
The bond issue.
yes,
for
dear.
the
We
new
already,
City
we,
Hall.
already told them that. God. Let's see why. Mrs. Manzanita Radio would never be the producer of this show.
Well,
No.
Probably not.
Yes, the city bondage. I said that. Yes. So anyway, that's over with. Hello to everybody over at Anderson Construction this morning in Portland. They're listening. And also before we begin, this morning's program is brought to you by Dixie's Bottle Shop and Wine Tasting Room, which is closed for the next few days. And
is there any connection between
well, I don't
them
know.
sponsoring the show
Yeah,
and,
not
closing?
being closing. No, I don't
Everybody
think so.
needs a vacation.
Yeah, well, I don't know that she's on vacation, but she's not there. I know that. McGregor's Whiskey Bar opening up today at 4 o'clock, and it opens up every day at 4 o'clock. A great selection of whiskeys from all over, everywhere. So there you go. A whiskey for every taste, I would say, with Chip McGregor over at McGregor's Whiskey Bar. All right, let's get today's show started. And first off, I want to welcome in Dr. John Pearson, who was here yesterday. Welcome, Dr. Pearson.
Thank you, Mr. Manzanita Radio. It's
All
a
right.
pleasure to be here again.
Yeah, we are here, and we are live in Studio A.
We are.
You know, you are one of the few people, other than Brian, Annie, Mrs. Manzanita Radio, and myself, who've ever been in the Manzanita. This is a very secret location.
Well, and personally, I consider it a great honor to be invited.
Well, there you go. Yeah, because we don't do. We used to do. You know, the other place we used to have a studio downtown. We did studio tours, and I don't know. We can't do that here because we can't. Anyway, it's a long story. Not very interesting either, for that matter. But anyway, we are a very, very secret location.
I don't know why we can't do studio tours, but
anyway,
go ahead.
Okay, so, well, you want to talk a little bit about your day yesterday?
I would
we
like
went,
to.
Yeah, we had quite the
Yeah.
day. I took a sightseeing tour of the fog. We were able to see, the side of the road and pretty much what was ahead of us. But with the fog, we couldn't see much of anything else. So.
Well, yeah, I would first. I had a very knowledgeable tour guide. That would be you.
Yeah.
And we did a tour of the area. It was very foggy and quite cold, but you pointed out some of the high spots and the points of interest in the locale.
We saw seagulls.
We saw seagulls. We went to Nehalem and had breakfast.
Yeah.
Which was a very
At
fine
Wanda's.
breakfast.
Wanda's.
Which was a very fine breakfast.
Yeah.
And then we proceeded on up the road, as they say, and we went to Garibaldi.
Yeah, we got some fish and a crab.
Well, we did, and I would like to relay my philosophy on crab, if that would be okay.
Sure. Don't ever have one as a pet.
No. Well, my philosophy on crab is, if you're going to buy a crab, buy a dead one.
Yeah.
I don't believe in buying live crabs and then killing them. I don't want the food that I eat. I don't want to get to know the food that I eat. I don't want to, empathize with it in any way. And I think if you buy a live crab and it's moving its little pincers there, and then you kill it, that just doesn't work for me. So when I buy crab, it's always dead.
Well, when you eat the crab, it's always dead.
Well, that's for sure.
You're going to have a conversation with Austin about this.
Yeah. Well, that's another thing. Well,
it's another
I'm gonna
live
have you
crab
go down.
story.
I should have you, and if I can get Kelly Kelly's Crab Shack. On
Yeah.
here. You guys could have a debate.
We could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the whole subject. So.
We could. But anyway, and then we went to Rockaway,
Yeah.
and you had some other business there.
I did.
And I walked down the main road there at Rockaway and stopped at a couple of establishments.
You went to Grumpy's?
Went to Grumpy's, went to
Yeah.
the police museum, and if anybody
yeah.
has never been to the police museum, it's actually quite interesting. The doctor found that quite enlightening and very interesting.
Well, they welcomed you too. As soon as they found out who was there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was like a red. If they'd had
Yeah.
a red carpet, they would have rolled
Yeah,
it
they
out.
would have rolled it out.
Absolutely.
Yeah. They did have a little rug there in front to wipe your shoes
It
on
was a
so they
small
could get
one,
the
yeah,
sand
but
off.
So they don't get many visitors? Is that what you're telling?
No, they get a lot of visitors. It's just that they didn't recognize. Mrs. Manzanita Radio, can I just suggest that since you can't seem to follow the conversation, that maybe you just film the.
Well, I would never say that, but I wouldn't argue with you.
Yeah.
I can stop filming at any time.
Yeah. Well, it's not the filming that we're talking about here.
So did I leave anything out of the
No,
tour?
I think that pretty much.
We did and the sun came out in the afternoon.
came out
and
in
we
the
had
afternoon.
a very nice walk around the state
And
park.
we drove by NCRD, who, by the way, is having a big fundraising challenge going on right now. With they're trying to get a Ford Family Foundation grant for ADA restrooms and a lobby project going. And you can go to NCRD today, just like we did. Go to the Welcome Center, like we did yesterday. Go to the Welcome Center, or you can call them at 855-444-6273, 855-444-6273, and donate. And we also drove by the Reinhardt Clinic. We didn't go up the hill to see it, but if you have to do that, remember there is construction up there. So if you have an appointment, give yourself a little bit
Might want to leave
extra
a
time.
little early. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Just give yourself a little extra time.
Okay.
You'll make it. Yeah, you will make it. I just got to check my phone here to see if I have the right numbers. Oops, yes, I do. Okay, we'll leave that alone. All right. Things going on today. There are always things going on in Manzanita. And one of the things is something happening right down the street with Ketzel Levine, who is going to have her November Wonder Garden Walk and Talk today.
All right.
Yeah. And if you want to go, you can register by going to hoffmanarts.org. That's hoffmanarts.org. And also tomorrow, Fact Oregon and Sammy's Place and Tillamook Kiwanis they're hosting a community forum. Wow. Over at the Nehalem Bay United Methodist Church. It gets underway at 10 a.m. and lasts until just around noon. They are going to have some light refreshments there. And National Speaker Keith Jones will be discussing disabilities, and he will inspire, educate, entertain, and keep it very real. He's an African-American man with cerebral palsy and has navigated and continues to overcome the perceptions of the world around him. He will lead this community forum. Again, it's called Don't Box Me In. That's tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock over at the Nehalem Bay United Methodist Church.
All right.
And then also tomorrow at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, the Hop Manzanita Writers Series will present poet Floyd Skloot, who will be reading from his latest poetry collection called Far West, and that happens again at 4 o'clock. $7 admission, and Floyd is pretty well known. I mean, he's won Northwest Book Awards, 2 Oregon Book Awards. He's appeared in the New York Times Magazine, the Atlantic Monthly, and Harper's. 19 books. I don't even know if in the last year I've read 19 books, including several memoirs, novels, and poetry collections. And so he will be here tomorrow at 4 o'clock. And oh boy, don't forget this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, J.W. Merck is going to have his pop-up stand. Now, we went by the old spot.
We did. And I
Right
got
there.
out and took a picture of you.
Yeah,
as
that's
well.
right. That's 6th and Highway 101. But don't go there tomorrow because it'll be just an empty spot, or Friday. I
Well,
should
it
say.
actually was an empty spot yesterday.
Yeah,
so-
that's right. Yeah. So if you want to find JW, Jeff Warren, go to Wheeler Treasures right there at Rector Street and Highway 1. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, all through the month of November from 11 until 5 p.m. Right there in that landing there in front of Wheeler Treasures. He's got non-GMO, organic food and nuts and syrups and all kinds of
So we're
stuff.
talking healthy stuff.
Yeah.
Ghee.
Yeah. Ghee. And if you have a question about a particular product, want to call or text him, you can do so at 208-424-0042. That's 0042. This weekend, the Hoffman Gallery will be open Friday, Saturday, and Sunday all through the month of November. Will be that schedule. They are promoting the North Coast Squid Journal and of Writing and Art, which we have a copy. Mr. Dr. Pearson has read it and given his stamp of approval.
Indeed.
Literary magazine, which offers local writers and artists, as well as those who have a strong connection to the North Oregon coast, a way to share their work in print. This year's edition has more pages and more color images than ever, and features the work of 53 contributors with connections to the North Oregon coast. And get this, if you go to the gallery on this, as I said, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays from 1 to 4 all through November, you can see 15 of the artists who are published in the new issue of the North Coast Squid. They'll be showing their work in the Hoffman Gallery during the month, and while you're there, you can get a copy of the North Coast Squid. The Riverbend Players from Nehalem, Oregon, this is the final weekend of their latest play, Moon Over Buffalo. Friday and Saturday, the 8th and the 9th at 7 o'clock, and a matinee performance on Sunday at 2 o'clock. TicketTomato.com is the place for tickets, and or you can go to the Riverbend Players Facebook page. They have a link there as well. On Saturday, at the Pine Grove, walked by the Pine Grove yesterday. On Saturday, from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., the North Tillamook County Women's Association, Women Helping Women fundraiser for scholarships and local organizations helping women and children. This is their 2019 fall and holiday season unique crafts and gifts fair featuring local artisans and craft vendors. Great way to get started early on your holiday Christmas shopping. Might be something for you to consider there, Dr. Pearson.
That's a possibility.
Yeah, this Saturday from
If
10
I
a.m.
had somebody to buy presents for.
Well, that's
You
true.
do.
Yeah. 10 a.m. to 4. Well, there's me.
Well,
There's me too.
And
Don't
Mrs.
forget
Manzanita.
There you
Mrs.
go, yeah,
Manzanita
yeah.
Radio.
10 a.m. to 4 p.m. this Saturday. And that, by the way, seriously goes for a really great cause, the great work.
Women
of the
helping women.
Tillamook County Women's Association.
Very good.
Yeah, we have some music coming up at the Hoffman Center. Live music, 7 to 9 p.m. an all-ages event with Ashley Flynn and the Riveters with their hard-kicking country rock. Again, this is an all-ages event, a compelling brand of storytelling and soulful vocals with that group. And one thing that you would like about this, they describe their music as sort of going back to the early Stones in the 70s psychedelic era. They provide that, mix that in with a little country rock, and the results are feels simultaneously new and necessary.
A very good era for
Ashley,
rock and roll music
Ashley
and
Flynn.
country music, actually.
Yeah, Ashley Flynn and the Riveters. Again, this is an all-ages event. Take your kids. The tickets are $15 cash at the door, 7 to 9 p.m. over at the Hoffman Center. The next one, of course, I think we'll see Mrs. Manzanita radio at will be at the Dune on Saturday with Forest Grove Outlaws. Rural Scuzz Rock from the Pacific Northwest. Mrs. Manzanita Radio was really into this.
No, I think I'm going to the Hoffman Center.
Forest Grove Outlaws at the Dune on Saturday night.
You can't keep her away from
No,
good Scuzz.
Scuzz
that's
Rock.
right. You know, I can't. Also, an evening of flamenco dancing and music over at the Pine Grove on Sunday.
Now
from
that
7:30
you
to
might
9
find
p.m.
me
Yeah.
there.
Savannah Fuentes will be there. She is from Seattle area, and she's going to bring her latest show in with a singer, percussionist direct from Spain, Diego Amador Jr., and guitarist Pedro Cortez. They are currently on a 30-date West Coast tour, and they have found the time to come into Little Old Manzanita at the Pine Grove on Sunday night at 7:30. You can get tickets at brownpapertickets.com. That's brownpapertickets.com. Ticket prices range from, general admission is $23. VIP reserved is $35. Students are $15 and children are $9. Again, that's over at the Hoffman Center. Well, the children aren't $9. The ticket for the children to get into the event is $9. Tonight, the Portland Trailblazers will be in Los Angeles, take on the Clippers at 7:30 p.m. That game will be on TNT, by the way. If we're looking forward to, you got a soccer game coming up.
Big soccer game
For
at
the
noon.
By the way, Dr. Pearson
Right, on
is
Saturday.
big soccer fan. This
Or is it
for
Sunday? No, it's noon on Sunday.
Sunday, yes, at noon on ABC, and they're taking on Toronto, whatever they are.
Toronto FC, I think.
Toronto FC, yeah. Well, anyway, that's for like everything, the championship of the entire universe.
Well, CenturyLink Field
Yeah,
is
it's
sold
packed.
out. 69,000.
69,000 people
Right.
will be in Seattle watching that, which is, if you're going to Seattle, it might be something you want to keep in mind. Let's see, what do we got for football coming up this weekend for their local schools? Well, starting Friday, 7:30, the Huskies will be in Corvallis to take on the Beavs. That will be on FS1. We have UC Davis. They're over in Hillsborough. By the way, you and I should go to a game over there in Hillsborough. Watch Portland State Puts. That's a great place, a great college venue in Hillsborough, Oregon, hosting Portland State.
I'd be up for that.
Yeah, UC Davis will be there at, boy, this print is small, 12:30. That'll be on the Pluto app. Do you know about the Pluto app?
I do not know.
Okay, well, the
about
Pluto app is something you can download and watch all the Big Sky football games on there, and including the Eastern Washington and Idaho State game on Saturday at 1:30. We have a lot of Eastern Washington football fans.
Big Sky football games are
Yeah.
always highly entertaining.
Yeah, and we have a lot of Eastern Washington fans in the area, which I always note if I ever forget to give their score or whatever. The Cougars, they're in Berkeley, take on Cal on Saturday. That gets underway at 4 p.m. on the Pac-12 network. And the Seahawks will be in San Francisco to take on the 49ers on Monday Night Football next week. So, and then your plans for that. If you're heading down to the beach, we got the tide information for you today. We have a low tide at 2:24 p.m. of 2.72 feet and a high tide at 7:50 p.m. If you're traveling around the area today, Portland will have fog and 62, Seattle partly cloudy and 56, Hood River partly cloudy 63, heading to the state capital partly cloudy and 60, foggy weather in Eugene 53 degrees, Bend partly cloudy and 56, heading down to California, boy that wouldn't be too bad today, heading down on old I-5, go down to Medford, they're going to have sunny and 69 degrees. Our warm and cold temperatures today, Oasis Ranger Station there in Florida, which is kind of hung in there with a high, with temperatures over the last few days. It's about 60 miles or so west of Miami. And the low is -4 at Northgate, North Dakota, which is about 40 miles north of Lostwood.
There you go.
Right on they are right on. You know one thing about Northgate, North Dakota, it's a town that it's right on the Canadian border, and on the other side of the Canadian border is a little town also called Northgate. So there's two Northgates. Could be confusing.
It could be.
Yeah, very. Dense fog advisory remains in effect here until 11 a.m. And we do expect pockets of fog in the area, partly cloudy this afternoon, high of 61. Winds northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. The sunset tonight is at 4:55 p.m., sunrise tomorrow at 7:02 a.m. I don't know if I have to add a.m. I think most people would know that the sun would rise during an a.m. hour. Partly cloudy, a few clouds tonight, low of 42, winds east-northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And for the rest of the week, we have not too bad, partly cloudy tomorrow at 63, Friday partly cloudy and 58, Saturday cloudy and 56, and Sunday mostly cloudy and 57. The morning showers we had in the forecast yesterday for Sunday has been removed, and it looks like we don't have much in the way of rain at all during the next 10 days or so. And currently on the weather deck, we're looking right outside the window here. We have mostly cloudy skies and 45 degrees right here. Weather deck next to Studio 8, the palatial Manzanita Radio Broadcast Center. Okay. Dr. Pearson,
Yes.
I'm going to turn the show over to you now. We're going
Thank
to do what we did yesterday. We have jazz for you this morning. By the way, I have a little Latin jazz coming up this afternoon, if we can remember. And so we have jazz this morning, but we are going to do, Dr. Pearson is called the Doctor of Rock, the Rock Doc. And he knows everything. He has lectured all over really all over the country on rock and roll and kind of the development of rock and roll, and some great stories about certain songs that he has. And why don't you tell us what you have picked for us this morning to listen to our rock and roll?
Well,
Yeah.
I will
Segment
do that.
here. Okay.
Before I do that, however, in honor of yesterday being election day, I have a political trivia question which I will throw out there for your listeners.
Okay.
I
Just
think-
don't ask him to call in.
I think everybody knows, of course, that Abraham Lincoln ran as the Republican candidate for president in 1860 and won.
Right, but he did not run as a Republican candidate the following 4 years.
Well, yes, he did.
Oh, okay.
Yes, he did. He unfortunately did not live out the length
No, I
of his
understand.
second term.
Yeah, anyway.
Well, what many people don't know is that Abraham Lincoln was not, in fact, the first Republican candidate for president.
Oh,
There was a Republican who ran in 1856
ah,
for president, and he did not win. And the trivia question is,
who was it?
who was it?
I don't know. Who was it?
Would you like me to tell
Yes.
you?
No,
Yes.
don't tell you
Well-
yet. Let people call
No,
in.
honey, I don't. We're not having people call in. Brian, can you come over and take over? You're supposed to be the production guy here.
Well, I
Okay.
I will tell people because
Okay, yeah.
otherwise people will be Googling to find out who
Yeah,
it is, and
right.
we don't want them taking their attention
No.
away from the show to
No.
do that.
Which we're going to happen pretty soon.
Yeah, it
yeah,
is.
Yeah.
It's actually a man who has a city in California named after him.
I've got it now.
No, you don't.
Los Angeles. Fred Los Angeles.
Fred
ran-
Los Angeles. Actually, the first Republican candidate was a general named John C. Fremont,
Ah,
and he was the first Republican candidate
Wow.
for president. So anyway,
I'm going to argue with you though about when Lincoln ran the second time. I don't think he ran as a Republican the second time. He had a Democrat on his ticket.
well,
That's
that
what-
doesn't mean anything.
Well, they called it the